Our planet is a world of water. The oceans cover more than 2/3 of its surface. Yet, much of this realm remains a mystery to us. We have explored the sunlit shallows, teeming with colorful life. We have mapped the coastlines, the vibrant coral reefs. But beneath the familiar blue, there lies another world, perpetual twilight, then complete darkness. This is the deep sea, immense pressure, biting cold, a place where the rules of life, as we know them on the surface, are completely rewritten, a frontier far less explored than the surface of the moon. As we descend, the sunlight fades away quickly. At just 200 meters down, the light is too faint for photosynthesis. Below 1,000 meters, the ocean is a realm of absolute blackness. The only light here is produced by the creatures themselves. The pressure builds relentlessly with every meter of our descent. It is a force that would crush most living things from the surface world. The temperature plummets, hovering just above freezing. Food is incredibly scarce, a sparse rain of organic matter drifting down from far above. It seems hostile to life, yet life not only exists, but flourishes. To survive in such an extreme place requires remarkable solutions. Life has had to innovate. Life has had to adapt. Each creature is a testament to the power of evolution. They have evolved bodies that can withstand the crushing weight above. They have developed unique ways to find food in the vast emptiness. They have learned to navigate and communicate in total darkness. The deep sea is a natural laboratory showing resilience and creativity, a world of silent wonders and untold stories. The creatures here are unlike anything in the sunlit world. Strange, sometimes beautiful, always fascinating. Giant squid with eyes the size of dinner plates. Fish that carry their own lanterns. Understanding these animals helps us understand fundamental principles of life on Earth. It shows us the very limits of what is possible. And among these remarkable survivors, one creature has become an unlikely icon. An animal that perfectly embodies the challenges and triumphs of life in the deep. This creature is the blobfish. The blobfish. Its name might sound comical. Its appearance, when brought to the surface, has made it a subject of jokes and internet memes. It has been voted the world's ugliest animal. But this popular image is deeply misleading. It is a consequence of our world, not its own. The gelatinous, sad-looking creature we see in photographs is a distortion. It is an animal suffering from the extreme and rapid change in pressure, a condition known as barotrauma. In its natural home, thousands of meters below the surface, the blobfish looks very different. It is a master of its environment, a perfectly adapted survivor. To truly understand the blobfish, we must forget the caricature. We must journey with it into the deep, dark waters off the coasts of Australia and New Zealand. There, under pressures that would turn our own bodies to pulp, it lives a quiet and successful life. Its unique form is not a mistake. It is a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering. Its body is a clever solution to the immense physical challenges of its habitat. It is a creature that has traded muscle and bone for something far more suitable for the crushing depths. A body that is mostly a gelatinous mass, with a density just slightly less than the water around it. In our journey today, we will explore the remarkable story of this animal. We will look at it through the lens of science, revealing the secrets of its survival. Our exploration will be divided into 3 parts. First, we will examine its incredible adaptations. We will use the principles of physics and biology to understand how the blobfish has conquered the extreme pressures and scarcity of its world. We will learn how every aspect of its being is tailored for a low-energy lifestyle, a necessity when food is so hard to find in the vast, dark expanse of the deep ocean. Finally, we will look at the tools that make this exploration possible. We will discover the amazing technology and hardware that scientists use to study life in such an inaccessible environment. From robotic submarines to high-pressure research chambers, These instruments allow us to peer into the blobfish's world. They help us gather data, test hypotheses, and piece together the story of this misunderstood creature. Through this journey, we will see that the blobfish is not a joke. It is a symbol of resilience, a quiet champion of the deep, and a profound lesson in the power of adaptation. To comprehend the life of a blobfish, we must first appreciate the immense physical force that defines its world: pressure. Here on the surface, we live under what is called 1 atmosphere of pressure, the weight of the entire column of air stretching from our heads to the edge of space. A pressure so familiar we don't notice it. But as we descend into the ocean, the weight of the water above adds to that pressure very quickly. For every 10 meters we go down, pressure increases by another full atmosphere. The blobfish lives at depths between 600 and 1,200 meters. At 1,000 meters, pressure is about 100 times greater than on land. Imagine the force, roughly 100 kilograms pressing on every square centimeter of your body. Most surface life would be instantly crushed. Air-filled spaces would fail. Lungs, swim bladders. So, how does anything survive? Deep life abandons the biological structures we take for granted and evolves entirely new ways of being, all in response to this crushing, ever-present weight. The blobfish and its kin evolved largely water-based bodies with no internal air pockets. Their cells are filled with fluid that is nearly incompressible, which means internal pressure equals external pressure. No net force to crush them. A simple, elegant solution written by physics. They don't fight the pressure. They yield to it, becoming one with their high-pressure environment. In the sunlit upper layers of the ocean, many fish control their position using a swim bladder. This is a gas-filled sac they can inflate or deflate, changing their density to rise or sink. It's an energy-efficient buoyancy tool. But in the deep sea, that gas sac would collapse under pressure. Deep-sea creatures, like the blobfish, use a different strategy. They must stay afloat without constant swimming because food is scarce. The blobfish's flesh isn't dense muscle. It's a gelatinous mass, a matrix of proteins and water. That tissue's density is just slightly less than seawater. Archimedes' principle says the buoyant force equals the weight of displaced fluid. So the blobfish's slightly lower density makes buoyancy nearly balance gravity. Neutral buoyancy. Neutral buoyancy is the blobfish's secret. It doesn't need to swim to avoid sinking. It floats with almost no effort, drifting above the seafloor waiting for food. That's a big energy-saving strategy. But there's a trade-off. Gelatinous bodies are not strong or fast. Its survival relies on quiet efficiency. By becoming a living water balloon, it avoids the energetic costs of both swimming and resisting pressure. It's a clear example of evolution favoring passive, low-energy life in the deep sea. Life in the deep sea is defined by scarcity. The sun's energy powers the vast majority of ecosystems on our planet, but it cannot penetrate these depths. There are no plants to form the base of the food web. Instead, the deep-sea ecosystem relies on a slow, sparse drizzle of organic matter from the world above. This marine snow, dead plankton, fecal pellets, and other detritus is the primary source of food. It is a meager budget. Every creature living here must manage its energy with extreme care. A high-octane lifestyle is simply not sustainable. The fuel is too hard to come by. The blobfish is a master of energy conservation. Its entire biology is geared towards a low metabolic rate. Scientific studies show deep-sea species can have metabolic rates much lower than shallow water fish, sometimes 10 to 100 times lower. The blobfish likely operates at the extreme low end of this metabolic spectrum. Its passive, floating lifestyle, made possible by its neutrally buoyant body, is the cornerstone of this energy-saving strategy. It does not waste precious calories on unnecessary movement, a luxury it cannot afford. This low energy budget dictates its feeding strategy. The blobfish is an ambush predator, but one that operates in slow motion. When a small crustacean drifts close enough, when a sea snail drifts close enough. When another piece of marine snow drifts close, the blobfish simply has to open its mouth and engulf it. This method requires a bare minimum of energy expenditure. Beyond 1,000 meters, the ocean is a realm of perpetual night. It is called the aphotic zone, meaning without light. In this absolute blackness, vision as we know it is useless. Life has had to evolve new senses and new ways of interacting with the world. Some creatures have developed enormous, highly sensitive eyes to capture the faintest glimmers of bioluminescence. Others have abandoned vision altogether. The blobfish's sensory world is still a subject of active research, but its anatomy gives us clues. While it does have eyes, they are likely adapted to be extremely sensitive to the faint flashes of bioluminescent prey or predators. However, vision is probably not its primary sense. Like many deep-sea dwellers, the blobfish likely relies heavily on mechanoreception. As it drifts silently, it is not just waiting, but listening with its entire body. Furthermore, chemoreception is vital in the deep ocean. Taste, smell. Chemical trails can linger for long periods in slow-moving currents, providing a map of recent activity. Alongside the immense pressure and the profound darkness, there is another constant: the extreme cold. Cold temperatures slow down biological processes, muscle contraction, nerve impulses, and metabolic chemical reactions. Its enzymes are adapted to work optimally at low temperatures. Surface enzymes are rigid and slow. Deep-sea enzymes are flexible and active. The cold also complements the blobfish's low-energy strategy. The cold reduces the animal's energy demands. An environmental challenge becomes an advantage. Cold adaptation even changes its texture. High water content and cell fluid composition act like natural antifreeze. That prevents damaging ice crystals. The cold has shaped its biochemistry, metabolism, and body. A true child of the cold, dark depths. The story of the blobfish's adaptation is a profound lesson in evolutionary trade-offs. Evolution does not create perfect organisms. It creates organisms that are good enough to survive and reproduce in their specific environment. The primary trade-off was structure for buoyancy. To solve the problem of staying afloat without a swim bladder and without expending energy, the blobfish gave up a strong skeleton and dense muscles. But it came at the cost of speed, strength, and structural integrity in any other environment. It cannot chase prey, fight off predators, or even hold its own shape outside the supportive, high-pressure embrace of the deep ocean. Ultimately, the blobfish traded versatility for specialization. It has become a master of a single, highly challenging environment. When we see the distorted image of a blobfish at the surface, we are not seeing an ugly animal. We are seeing a creature perfectly adapted for a world of extreme pressure, cold, and darkness, tragically displayed in a world for which it was never made. The most defining physical characteristic of the blobfish is undoubtedly its body composition. When we think of a fish, we picture scales, fins, firm muscle. The blobfish defies all these expectations. Its body is composed primarily of a gelatinous, watery tissue. This gelatinous form is not a defect. It's the blobfish's single greatest asset. Its primary function is to provide buoyancy. Think of it as a biological submarine, perfectly ballasted for its depth. The texture of this flesh helps it withstand pressure. Water is virtually incompressible. By being mostly water, the blobfish equalizes internal and external pressure. Instead, it yields, becoming one with its environment's pressure. Beneath the gelatinous exterior of the blobfish lies its skeleton, though skeleton might be too strong a word. Unlike the strong, calcified bones of most vertebrates, the blobfish possesses a highly reduced and cartilaginous skeletal structure. The reason for this reduced skeleton is twofold. First, a heavy, dense skeleton would be a significant disadvantage. Second, building and maintaining dense bone is a metabolically expensive process. While the blobfish's body seems passive and unstructured, Its head is dominated by a single prominent feature, a very large mouth. In its natural habitat, this mouth is not a motion, but a highly effective, energy-efficient feeding tool. Instead, its mouth works like a passive net or a gentle vacuum. Its hunting is patient opportunism. When a small, unsuspecting creature drifts in front, the response is minimal. It opens wider, and the resulting change in pressure sucks the morsel inside. The skin of the blobfish is another feature perfectly suited to its deep-sea existence. It is smooth, it is loose, it completely lacks scales. In the pitch-black aphotic zone, bright colors are useless. This simple color scheme provides a form of camouflage. By being dull and unassuming, the blobfish blends into the darkness, reducing its chances of detection. To navigate and survive in a world of total darkness, the blobfish relies on a sensory system very different from ours. Together, these tools show how the blobfish perceives its world. Not a black void, but a composite sense of feelings, tastes, and fleeting flashes of light. To truly appreciate the physical characteristics of the blobfish, we must constantly return to one central idea. Its body is designed for, and utterly dependent on, its high-pressure environment. Its form is a collaboration of biology and deep ocean physics. Exploring the world of the blobfish presents an immense technological challenge. To overcome these barriers, scientists rely on sophisticated hardware. Chief among them are remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, unmanned, tethered robotic submarines. A long, complex cable links them to the surface. The cable provides power. It also transmits data and video to the ship. Scientists can see what the ROV sees in real time. It's as if they extend their senses thousands of meters down. ROVs are the workhorses of deep-sea science. Powerful thrusters let pilots navigate with precision. They carry scientific instruments, including high-definition cameras, powerful lights, robotic arms, the ROV's hands. Sometimes scientists use manned submersibles, small submarines, like the famous Alvin. Unlike ROVs, submersibles carry a small crew to the seafloor. Researchers peer through small, incredibly thick viewports. Both ROVs and submersibles are our windows into the blobfish's habitat. They are the ships and climbing gear of modern explorers. Observing life in the aphotic zone is impossible without bringing our own light. The hardware used is far more advanced than simple floodlights. Modern ROVs and submersibles have high-definition video cameras, and even 4K video cameras. That sensitivity lets them capture crisp, detailed images of the blobfish and its environment. Beyond standard video, scientists employ more specialized imaging techniques. Low-light cameras can capture images in near-total darkness. Stereoscopic cameras use two lenses to create 3D images. The footage captured by these advanced cameras is the primary evidence correcting the popular misconception. It transforms the blobfish from a comical caricature into a subject of serious scientific study. Studying its biology up close requires bringing it to the surface. This presents a major problem: the devastating effects of barotrauma. To solve this, engineers have developed special sample retrieval devices. The container is sealed, trapping the water and maintaining deep pressure. On board or on land, the specimen is transferred to a specialized deep-sea laboratory. High-pressure aquariums, pressure chambers, are prepared. Inside, scientists can keep blobfish alive for extended periods to observe behavior. These chambers are invaluable tools for research. They let scientists do experiments impossible in the field, all while the animal stays in its life-sustaining high-pressure environment. Before an ROV can be sent down to find a blobfish, scientists first need a map. The primary tool used to chart this hidden world is acoustic mapping. These sound pulses travel down to the sea floor, bounce off it, and return to receivers on the ship. Since the speed of sound in water is known, approximately 1,500 meters per second, we can use a simple equation: distance speed of sound x time, it's 2. By sending out thousands of these sound beams at once, computers can generate a detailed, three-dimensional map of the seafloor topography. This technique, known as bathymetry, reveals the underwater landscape in stunning detail. ROVs and submersibles are equipped with their own smaller sonar systems that act as their local navigation aids. This is essential for safe navigation in the dark. The hardware used to explore the deep sea generates an enormous amount of digital information. This torrent of data must be captured, organized, and analyzed. Once the expedition is over, the real work of analysis begins. Scientists spend months or even years poring over the collected data. This process of annotation turns raw footage into structured scientific data. Mathematics, computer modeling, and statistical analysis help scientists find meaningful patterns in the data. These models let scientists test hypotheses and extrapolate from limited observations to the broader ecosystem. Ultimately, digital hardware and analytical software let us synthesize all pieces into a coherent story. This creates a holistic, multi-layered understanding of the blobfish and its world. We have seen how this remarkable creature, so often misunderstood, is a profound testament to the power of evolution. The blobfish has traded strength for efficiency and speed for subtlety. It is a masterpiece of survival. The tale of the blobfish is more than the story of a single, strange fish. It is a story about the process of scientific discovery itself. It shows us how observation, supported by technology and guided by curiosity, can transform our perception of the unknown. It reminds us that our initial impressions, especially of things that seem alien to us, are often incomplete and misleading. The blobfish, in all its specialized glory, teaches us a valuable lesson in looking beyond the surface to find the deeper, more complex truths that lie beneath. The deep ocean remains Earth's last great frontier. It is a realm of unseen wonders, a vast repository of biological diversity and evolutionary novelty. The deep sea plays a critical role in regulating global climate and nutrient cycles. The health of these ecosystems is intrinsically linked to the health of the entire ocean and indeed, the entire planet. The deep sea, though remote, is not immune to human impact. Deep-sea trawling, pollution, and the effects of climate change threaten these unique habitats. The distorted image of the blobfish serves as a poignant symbol. The journey of discovery is endless, and the silent, dark world of the deep ocean still holds more secrets than we can possibly imagine. We must simply keep looking. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.